Hey everyone, it's Meridy. I am back today with our 8th and final process video using the Gumballs and Swizzle Sticks Limitless and Essentials Kit from Not Just for Boys Kit Club, and I will show you what I'm working with today. First of all, I've got my little organizer here. It has a couple buttons left in it. These will represent my journaling strips at the end. I've got my color swatch, which I created in our unboxing video if you missed that. I've just got the ephemera that I haven't used yet this month in there, my stencil, my 2 stamp sets, my alphabet stencils, which I do want to use today, and my the alphabet stickers that I have left so far. I've got my Color Vibes mist that came in this month's kit and a couple other mixed media mists that I pulled. Some of my trim that came in this month's kit, my sequin mix, and my Gumballs and Swizzle Sticks flatback pearl mix. So I'm going to set that over to the side. Today I'm going to work with one picture of my kids at a 50s diner. It was the beginning of fall break. This is the picture of a letter that my youngest got the last day before fall break, so the day this was taken, but I think I'm going to scrapbook this story separately. So I'm not going to put that on this page after all. But I've got my 3 kids here. Photo opportunity, 100% priceless, and the gumball machine are just a few of the embellishments that I pulled that I thought I will for sure use on this page. And let's see, got my little buttons there. I've got lots of scraps, little scraps here. These are some of the bigger scraps that I've still got left. These blue papers are from my stash, as this red cardstock. So these are from my stash. They just coordinated with the kit this month and I pulled them to use on other layouts. And then I have both of my sticker sheets still left. So I think I will start. I want to use my stencils. I want white paper to be the base of my layout. This was the beginning of fall break. We were at Little Anthony's Diner. So I could title it Fall Break Starts Now. I could title it Diner Fun. I've got my 3 kids. I'm trying to think of the title because I want to use these for the title, which I need to decide what the title is going to be before I can move on with this page because I need to know how long the title is going to be. I can title it Love This. I think I'm going to title it Little Anthony's Diner. Okay, after a bunch of discussion in my mind, I decided I'm going to go with the word little. I'm going to cut off the tops of the F's and they're going to be T's. I'm going to write Anthony's with my letter stamps, and then I'm going to write Diner as my title using these. So I'm going to go pick out the letters for Diner, which are already right here. I've already used those. D-I-N-E-R. Okay, and then I am going to attempt to make little kind of little tags. I want to make tags and I want to cut out the letters from Diner out of the tags and then back the letters with patterned paper. So like my tag might be red and then my letter will look yellow from behind. So first of all, I need to see what paper I have enough of that I can cut 5 little tags out of. And I do have enough of this paper if I want black, but I kind of don't want black. I think if I do it out of this side, it's going to be way too distracting to be able to read the letters through it. I have this red, which I love, the soda pop sign. I think I'm going to need 10 inches of whatever paper I choose to. I wonder if I have 10 inches of this. 6. I do have 10 inches. So this is a very good option that I think I'm going to use. Now I could do different color tags. I could make a red one, a blue one. I think a yellow, even though it's patterned, can be easy to read through. How big is this scrap? This is just shy of 2 inches. Maybe I'm gonna try it this way. So I'm gonna pivot a little from what I was thinking. I think I'm gonna do 2 tags in red, 1 tag in yellow, 2 tags in yellow, and 1 tag in blue. So what I'm gonna first do is I want my tags to be about this tall, which is 4.5 inches. Oop. So I'm going to cut 4.5 inches by 2 inches wide. And I'm going to cut 1 blue one and make sure that that will fit every letter. Yeah. Okay. So 4.5 inches by 2 inches. And I'm going to use 2 yellows, 2 reds, and a blue. And I realize that I'm rapidly running out of this cute red soda pop paper without ever using the soda pop sign that I love so much, but that's okay. Okay, let's see here what we've got. I think I'll put the blue in the middle and it will just repeat like this. You know, maybe I should use a brighter blue instead of that dark blue. It just brightens it up so much more. I think I'm gonna do that. I could use 2 yellows. Okay, so now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna flip these upside down and come in here with a pencil or a pen, and I am going to trace upside down. So my stencil's upside down too. So everything is upside down on here. And I'm gonna trace the letter. I know that's hard to see. Hopefully this one will be a little easier. Let's see. I wanna make sure they're at the same height. Okay, this is easier to see. So I'll use the eye as an example. And then I'm going to grab an X-Acto knife. And I'm just gonna go right over. This is not perfect, you guys. This is not perfectly straight. If you wanted to make it perfectly straight, you probably could leave the stencil here and then cut in with the X-Acto knife. But I want to keep being able to use my stencils over and over again, so I don't want to do that because I don't want to accidentally cut through the stencil. So I'm just doing it this way. Okay. And then I'm gonna let me finish. Let me cut all the letters just like what I just showed you right here, and then I will be right back. Okay guys, I got all my letters cut, D-I-N-E-R. Okay, now I think I do wanna make these look like tags still, and obviously I put them very close to the top there, so I'm gonna have to make the tag part look like they're upside down tags, which is fine. But in the meantime, I want to come back in here and back these with patterned paper. And I have so many scraps here that I can use, but I still want it to be legible. So once I put certain patterns behind them, they become illegible. They become harder to read. I bet I could maybe back them with each other's colors, I bet. And that would make them stand out. Like if I backed them, well, what other color? I guess I would need to use yellow underneath one of these. Because some of these patterns are harder to read now that I actually like put it behind it. Yeah, like I almost can't read that E anymore. Okay, so slightly different change of plans than my original plan because I was gonna put patterned paper behind each letter, but now I think I'm just gonna back it with solid paper. And it's gonna be real easy for me to back these guys. I'm not cutting this paper like to the shape of the letters. I'm just going to trim it down enough so you can't see it from behind the tag and just adhere it right to the back. So I will go do this for every single letter that I have cut out here. Okay, very simple, and I will be right back. Alrighty, and just like I showed you that I cut the tags the other day to cut the little corners off the tag, I'm gonna slice one corner and I'm just gonna line that up with every other tag instead of trying to figure out the angle that I cut the corner. This way they're all the exact same angle. And then I will cut the other, I'll just flip this over. Cut that side too. Okay, so I'll get all these corners cut off so that they're all even, and I'll be right back. And now I am going to punch a hole with the hole punch in the center of the tag. Just kind of eyeballing it on that first one, and then I'll line them up for all of them. I'll put little Anthony's right there. I want to dress up these tags a little more. So, do I need... Maybe I can use some trim on one or two. I don't even think I've used this trim yet. And then I have this plaid border sticker. Oop. This plaid border sticker that I could use on some. Or maybe I could do the plaid border sticker on all of them with the rickrack. That could be cute, maybe. I don't want them to all be the same. I'm gonna try to do a couple different borders on these and see how it looks. I'll use this on one. I like this red with this neutral trim. I'll get a little chunk of this. And I'm just gonna lay them out and see got some other stickers on this that could serve as a little border. And I do like the different patterns on each one. I think it looks cool. It's just a matter of me deciding which ones to use. I think I like that over here, and I think I'll put another one of these right here. It's fine to me that I'm using this trim twice. Okay, and then do I want it that way? Nope. Alrighty, I am going to get these all adhered down so that these tags are just one piece and they're not all coming loose from each other. And I will be right back. Okay, and I think I want them to overlap each other, and I actually think I'm gonna kind of leave that banner on the eye because I think it looks good like that. All right. Before I adhere this title down, I would like to do some mixed media up here behind where my picture is going. And I think I want to use a little green and a little yellow because I think that will match this really well. And my picture has the red and the blue in it already, so I don't want the picture to just totally blend into the background. So I'm going to grab this, and I'm actually going to grab a sheet of Vicki Bouton's mixed media paper to do this so that it won't be warping my regular plain old normal white cardstock. And I'm gonna grab some water and a paintbrush and I'll be right back. Alrighty, so first I'm going to put down some water in this area, and I'm gonna spray my mist off here to the side so I can pick it up like watercolor paint rather than just spraying it right onto my layout. And wow, my water dissolved really quickly, or evaporated really quickly, dissolved. Okay, so that's pretty good for that color. And then I'm gonna come in and I'm gonna do the same thing with this Distress Oxide Fossilized Amber. The green is really sticking on my brush here. And then I'm going to give it a little spritz so the colors kind of blend together. I'm going to give it a little spritz. And kind of allow them to blend together. I think I might want a little more green up there because it might be getting covered by my picture quite a bit. Okay guys, I'm gonna go allow this to dry. Yeah, I'm gonna go allow this to dry and clean up my mess, and I will be back in a few minutes. While I'm waiting for that to dry, I am going to go ahead and adhere my title pieces together so it's just one long thing that I have to move from page to page instead of 5 little pieces. Okay, and then now I will go see, maybe my watercolor paper is dry. It's not quite dry yet, so I will work on writing my title, Little Anthony's, and I'll work on the word Anthony's. And I think I want to stamp Anthony's, I want to stamp it on the bright blue because I feel like the bright blue is very vibrant and shows up. So I will just use my little mini letter tiles here to stamp this. And I'm going to do this off camera because it takes a while, but I did make a little tutorial video like for this step because I do this often on layouts. So I will link that tutorial in the description of this video. All right, my paper is dry, so I can put this down here and my picture up here. And I do think I would like to matte my picture. I'm not sure what color I want to matte it on. Let's see, I have this solid blue. It's not very bright. Not loving that. I do have this red, which I am trying to save because I really like this side, so I don't want to use that. I think, oh, what is this? How does this look? That's kind of cute. Okay, I want to matte it once on white paper, then on this paper, and then maybe on one of the solid cardstocks. I'll just give it a triple matte since it is my only picture in here. So I'm giving it a really tiny red, I mean, a really slim white matte, a little thicker matte on this plaid paper. Maybe that's all I need to matte it. Maybe I don't need to add another red matte under it. Although it looks really sharp with the red matte under it. Okay guys, I'm gonna gut this red piece of paper that I took out to use in case I need to matte my entire layout on this. It will just be ready, because I have a feeling that's what I'm gonna end up doing at the end of this, is matting my entire layout on this. So I will gut this paper, and then I'm gonna use what's left from the middle to matte this picture one last time, and I'm just gonna give it a super thin matte on this red. Again, that is cardstock from my stash, so I did use red cardstock right here. Okay, and I think there is not much of my mixed media showing out of the top, but I think that's okay. I might actually put my photo just a little bit off center as well, because I still have got this title that I've got to put over here. I did not consider this very well when I was creating. All right, I'm just gonna start putting this down. Okay, and I think I can get these layers down. And this layout is just going to be fairly simple, with not a lot of other things on it besides what I've got going on here, because the title is like the star of this layout right now. And I think I like it like that. Let's see. I don't even think that I really want to use a lot of other pieces here. I think that it's so busy down here that I think it's coming together without adding a bunch of stuff like I normally would. But I did want to feature those stencils, the alphabet stencils in here, which is why I did the title like this, because I know they're not very common. So I wanted to make sure to give a lot of different ideas of how to use them rather than just simply stenciling them. So that's why I really wanted to use them on this layout. And then I'm gonna place these letters down where I want them. Make sure it fits. Little Anthony's Diner. Okay, I can glue these while I'm talking. So while I'm wrapping up this video, if you were inspired by this video, whether it was to create a layout just like this using your Gumballs and Swizzle Sticks Limitless and Essentials kits, or maybe you're just inspired to use some of your kit, or you were inspired to use your alphabet stencils that came in the kit, or maybe you were just inspired to create something out of your stash that is similar to the vibe of this layout. We would love to see whatever you created on our Not Just for Boys Kit Club community Facebook group, which I will link in the description of this video. If you liked my process video, I know this is kind of a short one because there wasn't much to this layout, but I post about 8 process videos a month using our current month's kit here from Not Just for Boys. So you might want to subscribe to our YouTube channel if you like my videos. I have another, this was the last process video using the Gumballs and Swizzle Sticks kit, but I have another video airing here in just a couple days called Style Your Scraps, where I am going to show you how I use all the leftover pieces that I still have left for my kit, because as you saw at the beginning of this video, there's a lot of scraps and other things that I have not even dug into yet this month. So I will show you how I'm going to use those in my Style Your Scraps video coming up. And then I am just going to simply mat this. I'm going to trim down this side, and quite a bit off the top, and mat this whole layout on red paper right now to just give it a little just to give it a little oomph. And I'm gonna get these letters adhered down. And I will be back with still shots. I do think I'm gonna tie some baker's twine on both of these tags as well. If you love our kits, and not just for boys, you can simply shop our website and pick one up anytime as long as they're in stock. But if you want to subscribe, we have a subscription option, and that way you can automatically get the kit shipped to your house every month. There's some other perks with being a subscriber. We have a freebie every month that's just for subscribers. The kits cost a little less if you subscribe rather than buying them one-off. So I will put a link to that in the description of this video as well, so you can read the different perks about subscribing. So I will put some still pictures up with all of the little finishing touches that I mentioned, the border and the baker's twine tied through there. Okay guys, really quick, I did get everything else down here. Apparently not the dot on my eye though. And I realized I never showed you where I was going to put my journaling on here. So let me show you that real quick. So my journaling, I probably will not have a story for here. I'll just say something like fall break, and it will probably be really short, and I will probably either put it right here or right in here, and it will just be something really short, like maybe the date and fall break 2022, or maybe even right up there. Okay, just realized I forgot to show you guys that. So thank you for watching. Bye.